and welcome to Dire Bear Adventuring Company. It's Monday night, which means it's the Escorts, where we play a bunch of idiots doing crazy things. Or mostly. Some of them are not crazy at all. Some of them run head first into a hill giant twice and get the nickname Rockhead. Anyways, so real quick, let's give some shout outs. First of all, thank you to D&D Beyond for the continued use of your awesome tools and features. There was an announcement today for all of those out there that we will be getting a new source book. Not a source book that everybody was thinking about, not Spelljammer, not Dark Sun, not any of that. What we're getting is Critical Role's Wildmount. The adventures or the campaign guide to Wildmount is what it is. So that will be, that's for sale now. As a matter of fact, you can go pick it up. So for those of you out there who've always wanted to play in Tal'Dorei, especially Wildmount, you can now go forth and do so. You can play in the world and campaign of Critical Role. So congratulations. Well, not the campaign, but the world anyway. And it does come complete with all the wonderful, crazy stuff like the magic that they have and things like that. So go out and look at it. Take a look at it. There's a bunch of video clips out there with Todd Kendrick interviewing Matt Mercer and talking about the Denomancy, the new magic that's coming out with that, and a bunch of other stuff. So don't miss out on it. It's out there for sale. And again, that's a huge thanks to D&D Beyond for allowing us to use their tools and their products, which also gives me access to that. If I'm not mistaken, I can double check. Anyways, more on that. We also want to give a huge shout out to our partner channel. We are Nerdsmith. I run a game for them over on Wednesdays at their channel called Obscurum. We are about 2 episodes from being done for this season, and they just finally got around to getting where the name Obscurum came from, as they joined a small organization called literally the Obscurum. For those of you who don't speak Latin, Obscurum just means hidden or hidden away in the shadows, things like that. So that's more fun. And then, of course, we also have our own shows. Don't miss the first striking episode of Monster of the Week coming to you this Wednesday, being run by our very own V. Do you want to say anything about it? Who else playing in your game?
So we'll have a couple familiar faces from tonight. We've got Maddie and Tuna, who is playing Molly. Familiar face from Tuesday night, we've got Decca. And then a familiar face from Thursday night, Jordy is going to be joining us. And then
Awesome.
One new face who is a friend of mine from work, who's really, really excited to join and play.
Excellent.
Oh, and Jason. Sorry. Oh my God.
Jason,
and a familiar
one of our very own DMs.
One of our very own DMs, Jason, is going to be playing as well.
Excellent. We will be showing that will be premiering this Wednesday again at 6 p.m. at our regular slotted time. Tomorrow we have Esper Genesis, more of the Holocaust of the Ekajadi with Jason, the DM there, who owns his own network. Go check them out. It's Nerd Eternal Network. They do anything that is nerdy. Comic books, sci-fi, fantasy, movies, games, everything. Jason and I have been a longtime friends, so go check out their network. It's fantastic stuff. And then on Thursday, I know I'm getting my order of the week like crazy, but on Thursdays we have Curse of Strahd, at least one more episode, maybe. I'll let the DM chime in on that one. Maddie?
I was typing, and so I muted everything so you couldn't hear it. I really hope it's our last episode, because if this fight drags on too much longer, I'm gonna TPK the party.
Oh, okay.
I mean, that's fair.
When one of your own party members decides that it's in their best interest to side with Strahd, Quentin, you know.
Who said that?
I don't know.
Hey, siding with the big bad evil is always a good idea.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. But yeah, when one of their own decides to side with the big bad evil, and then Strahd's like, oh, you know what would be really great? Bring in this well-known assassin from the other player's past, because I love twisting the knife.
Also, if you'll notice, our overlay has a wonderful new little addition. You can see character art along with information about each character kind of rolling through. There's Satael on my screen right now. so forth and so on. That artwork comes from Zonim, Zoannim. If somebody wants to throw it out there, if you want artwork, those are relatively inexpensive, and that's really great artwork. Worked off of third party, me getting the descriptions from these yahoos, then handing it over, and this is what we came out with. And so I'm very happy with all of the artwork. So go and give love and money to them. Speaking of, not to sound like a beggar, but the art of asking from Amanda Palmer taught me anything. Also, support us if you can. We know that it's after the holidays and money's kind of tight, but hey, tax season's in the turn. So if you can, give a sub, gift a sub, support us on Patreon. I promise you, I will actually be putting stuff up there soon. I am working on some things to actually get up there. Just I'm one man and I can only do so much. But we have all of that. We appreciate it. All of your subscriptions and the Patreons and everything just keeps us going. It keeps the subscriptions to all of our Roll20 and the D&D Beyond stuff and everything going. So we really appreciate you guys. And it also pays some of our people who do some work for me. And so thank you for any donation, any amount. We also have a coffee. If you scroll down, you can actually see all of those links in the bottom. Now that I'm done glad handing, thank you so much, Bubba, for the sub. Appreciate that very, very much. So a huge thanks to Bubba for the subscription there. All right. Enough of all the glad handing and the panhandling. So let's talk about what happened last week. Last week, they finally got to their destination. There was a bit of a adventuring down into the depths of this ancient keep. They found an interesting trap which would have electrified the entirety of the room had they not done some quick thinking, thanks to Mello, who will be joining us, if I'm not mistaken, a little bit later, but is not currently with us at the moment. There was an interesting electrical trap that would have caught them all and killed them, but in their quick thinking from Mello of all people, they were able to get past the trap, wherein they found an item of legend, honestly, contained within a short sword. 3 opals on the hilt. The handle is a ring and it's bound with green wrapping. It's a luck blade. Satiel, if I'm not mistaken, currently has the blade in his possession. Oh, you have it? Okay.
Tangaroa has it. Satiel is attuned to it.
Ah, so we've given it to Tangaroa for safekeeping, but Satiel is attuned to it. So that way Tanga can't use the wishes, but Satiel isn't going to use the blade too much. Okay, sure. That works for me. One of the other things
becomes necessary to use it.
Throw me the blade. I've got to get us out of this mess.
Basically.
Yeah. So they also came across some history of this area that they're in. Oh, and I just realized I forgot something. I was like, why does my screen look so different tonight? Hang on. Let's get this rectified. Wait for it. There we go. All right. So I had to put the logo up. It wasn't there. They also met one of these people that are of myth and legend. As they were camping for the night, they heard some movement on the walls while they were having a heated discussion about the situation that was going on. Ezra, not happy with Zastari's treatment of Tanga, they had a bit of a conversation. At what point the figure that was glossy black against the night sky on the walls jumped down, towering over most of them, with the exception of a few of them. Black feathers, a mantle and a cowl pulled over his head, but the long black beak easy to see underneath. His eyes dart back and forth on the side of his head. The feathers, an iridescent black. One of the ancient people that they said were more myth or legend than actual reality, the Avianas. And as we launch into tonight's episode, we're going to start with Zastari and Ezra. This very large, very discernible bird person is standing in front of you.
Ezra, we should continue this conversation after because this isn't over. As for you, sir, is that the correct designation?
Honorifics have no place.
Right, but I don't believe you gave us a name, so until you do so, sir, we'll have to do.
You are not incorrect.
He clicks his beak a few times.
You may call me Bill.
Bill. Well, if we were trying to be incognito, as it were, we probably wouldn't be having this conversation that we were having in the first place. However, we are here merely camping out. We mean no disrespect to anything that is going on here. Matter of fact, we are trying to be as respectful to our surroundings as we can be.
He kind of leans forward, his beak coming not close to you, like touching your nose, but getting a little closer. And there's as he clicks his beak and leans back.
You mean no harm. There is a small contingency here. A force, if you will.
We ran into a hill giant on our way here, and if we didn't have everybody, a vast majority of us would be dead. We travel like this for our own protection, not from you, but from creatures that wander these moors.
What are you here at the keep for? What is it that you seek here?
We have with us a historian, someone who wishes to chronicle past lives and past civilizations. And from what I've been told, yours is one of the most lost.
Not lost. Merely hidden. Keeping away from things that might do us harm. Our last run-in with.
And he sniffs, kind of like, lifts his beak up, and he kind of opens the beak a little bit, and you can see the tongue kind of like flicking, like it's tasting the air or something. And then the musculature at the edge of the beak kind of like bends down. The beak itself doesn't change, but you can see the musculature here.
Humans. Humans. Not good. Humans nearly drove us to extinction. Not to mention, your language is callous. Tough to speak with the beak.
I can't say that I sympathize.
Not looking for sympathy. You mean no harm.
Of course not.
Then you speak for all that are here with you?
Yes.
Good. Then I will hold you accountable should harm come our way. The debt of it on your head, since you speak for them.
We will leave this place as intact as we found it.
Would that I believed you, but I care not for this place. Only my folk.
And there is a rustle as he turns, and he just kind of flaps once and leaps up onto the wall. There's a slight sound of Scrabble, like scree on rock. He turns and looks at you, one hand still on the wall. He turns and looks over his head.
I would have your name.
Zistari, Oribella.
Abeles Karak.
It's literally A Bill US Abelus,
Okay.
and Karak is Carak. Karak.
R-A-K-A. Okay.
Carak.
C-A-R. Sorry.
That's okay. Karak. He holds one hand up and then folds his fingers in. And what's your passive perception again? The two of you who are awake right now?
14.
3 are awake.
The owl.
17.
No, Satiel's awake too.
Okay. What's Satiel's passive?
15.
You said a 17 though for Ezra.
Yes.
You hear almost the imperceptible creak of several bows as though they are being relaxed.
Fantastic. Okay.
And he jumps down from the wall on the other side.
Lambert told me about them. I didn't think that they were, well, real. Thought that perhaps they were as much myth as they had said they were.
There are a lot of things that should be myths, but most of them still walk.
Says the Oni.
I was about to
Exactly.
say, like an Oni.
Exactly. Thank you. This is where I was going with it.
Well,
We
I
all
don't
know.
I don't know about the two of you, but I thought they were fascinating.
You're awake.
I've been awake.
So you heard that whole thing.
Yep.
How much did you hear?
Knowing Satael, everything. Am I wrong?
He just points to his owl, who was perched like pretty much right on top of you two.
That
The owl,
is
the owl
mildly
gives a
disturbing.
the owl gives a little plaintive. Ooh.
Well, I learned a long time ago when I was younger that it's
Impolite to spy?
well,
No, he didn't
Yeah.
learn that lesson at all.
but it's
But it has its uses at times.
it's easier to get information for historical significance and archaeological significance when they don't really know you're there.
Right, so were you doing that because Ezra and I hold some sort of archaeological and or historical significance?
No, I was asleep.
So say
Milo
bury
was
me,
just
then I will.
listening.
Uh-huh. Right. So you just heard the Avianis then?
Yeah.
Okay. Are you going back to sleep?
Even if he doesn't, I am. You can hold your thoughts for next time.
Of course.
All right.
Oh, actually, before I do go to bed, how much was the scrying?
I honestly don't know.
Satael, would you know the price of the scrying from your home?
It was like 50 gold.
Look at the spell for the components, and that's the cost of it.
Spell components. Okay, let me double check. Because D&D Beyond is a wonderful thing.
D&D Beyond, we love you.
Yeah. As I own literally everything you've released. Thank you. There's nothing that is consumed, but it does say a focus worth at least 1,000 gold.
I don't think I charged you 1,000 gold though.
50.
That was at 50. Okay,
'Cause I write shit down.
all over the place.
Satiel he thinks for a moment and just goes, typically, depending on the complexity of the scrying itself and the relationship the one that is seeking the scrying has to the individual, it varies in price, but I'd say it was probably around 50 gold. That seems to be about the average.
I
I want Sateo for all contract negotiations from here on out. Ipso facto.
Maybe so, but unless,
I mean, you should have seen me swindle the entire party yesterday out of all of their soul coins as a fiend.
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah, they lost 6 soul coins.
Ezra, I didn't pay for your scrying so that you were beholden to me. I did it because it was right. And I had something that would do that.
well,
I don't
if
want your money.
then give it to the poor. If that's what you do with it. And he'll give her a small bag with the money. Your kindness tends, the way you speak, and especially before the pit fights, mentioning of the scrying, it seems to come with a price right now.
There's never a price.
He'll give her the money, and then he will go to his tiny bedroll and go to sleep.
Tiny bedroll. No, it's tiny for him.
Yeah, tiny bedroll.
6.5 feet
just
long.
how
And
much
his
is
tail
in
still
how much is
sticking
in the bag, Quentin?
Well, if we've collected some of the money already from being paid,
Yeah.
Was 31 gold apiece.
Yeah.
I think we're at that.
Okay.
So he'll give her that.
Okay.
Actually, he'll give her 35 and then pay the rest later.
Okay.
Yes. Was 31 gold apiece.
I just have some gold on me still.
I still have all of your gemstones.
Shit, you right? You know, there was a reason I told somebody to hold on to these. How many did we have left? Like what, 6?
Let's see, we had 10, you gave me 2. So that's 8. You used 5 to free the Ogrelon, so there's 3.
Perfect. Okay,
Because you asked Sawtil to keep track of them, and he has.
perfect.
Captain contract negotiator.
Honestly, Ezra would probably put them in his pocket and lose them, let's
Then-
be honest.
Sleep well. I'll wake you at dawn. When we start the day all over again, going back into that abandoned castle.
I need to
All
run
right.
for a little bit. Yes, he just immediately starts writing about that.
You're such a dork.
Vistari will sit next to him and just, if there's a note that he may not have seen, like from the angle where he was versus where she was standing right in front of this creature, she would just round out his notes with better observations.
Okay. The notes are actually really good. Just from his own practice, but
Not surprised.
there's shush. There's a little bit that gets improved on because you were like right up there. Because he didn't have that angle. He had his owl, which was watching, and then himself, what was laying down listening.
Yeah, she even offers to put a sketch into his book for him.
The second she says that, book is just
It takes her a little bit, but she does very carefully put a very short, small sketch of what the Avianis had looked like into his journal.
Perfect.
And that is how she spends the rest of her last 2 watches, because elves.
Satio goes back to sleep after that.
Eventually, you awaken your ally, and your watches, other than what occurred earlier, have gone through with no issue.
Okay. She'll start with the morning, making breakfast, breaking fast. However, her first thing after waking up Hannah and making sure that Hannah is awake enough to have a coherent conversation is, what are we doing here?
Exploring.
No. See, we got visited during the night by these really big birds that spoke common.
Just one.
And I would really prefer to know what we're doing here, because if we're going to wind up tracking them down and doing something nasty to them, I'm going to have to stop you because I like living.
No. No. It sounded like you said you saw a big bird. Is that what you said?
That is exactly the words out of my mouth, yes.
Okay. See, but here's the thing. They're not supposed to be real. So,
yeah, well, I wasn't
are you certain
hallucinating.
it wasn't somebody in a costume? Or using magic of some sort?
Zastari is just going to very gently pull Hana over to where she had been standing, point her head up to the stone where this Avianis had come over, and she's like, no, it appeared over the top of that. And it was blacker than the night sky, which made it very stealthy. So no, nobody's pulling a trick on me. You can't put me to sleep. You can't magically charm me. I'm not an idiot. And I know what I saw.
I can
So,
assure you.
I ask you again. What are we doing?
I assure you, we've no intention of harming those folk. None at all. And that is the honest truth.
Okay.
We are here on a knowledge-seeking, exploratory mission. That's all.
Excellent.
I promise you.
Just to reiterate, if something happens to them, my life is forfeit, so let's really make sure that doesn't happen.
I'm sorry. You'll have to backtrack a bit on that one. I missed it. How did you become beholden to all of us?
Well, when the big black bird creature asks you, do you speak for everybody? And instead of waking everybody up in the middle of the night, you just say yes, that you aren't going to harm them, because that seems like the better thing to do.
When a giant bird asks if you're the one beholden to all these people, you say
yes!
I honestly thought they were interesting.
Yes,
I wouldn't mind talking to another one.
Wait, you saw them as well? And you
Yeah.
didn't wake me?
What part of it really did not seem like the best idea did you miss?
I mean, besides, having someone suddenly shoot up awake because he woke me up, I didn't think would be a very good idea, because he had a very big sword and would probably try to attack our friends, and he was right up in their face. And I'd rather not, start some kind of diplomatic incident. And I'm rambling. Sorry.
I can really see Satale starting a diplomatic incident. He's the character. Okay, Dr. Dilbert Doppler, I believe, is the one from Treasure Planet.
Yes.
Yes, Satale.
Yep.
He would show up in the correct attire for the culturally appropriate attire, but like everybody else is wearing something completely different. He's like, "This is what they told me to wear."
Literally.
According to all of my studies. According to all of my studies, this is what we should be wearing.
So as long as we're clear that we're not doing anything harmful to these people, then we're good. And we can go back in and explore the castle to your heart's content.
I have a question before we do.
Hmm?
He'll turn to Hannah. It's like, so, who's your benefactor and why does he want the keystone?
You can't just ask people who their benefactors. No, I'm kidding. I'm so sorry.
You have a contract with me, not with my benefactor.
Yes. However, you made one with me under the keep.
That's... Thought I had pulled that one over on you.
Why do I just imagine people in the parties that's like, there's not a chance in hell.
There's... How familiar are you with the temples of knowledge and the great libraries? And the gods that they follow?
Well, I mean, I live in one and I was raised in one.
Well then. My benefactor is a direct connection to the god of knowledge.
Okay.
And he wants the keystone so that it can be brought back in. Like giving fire to the humans, or the dwarves, rather. Keeping the knowledge available to those who need it. Making sure that it doesn't rot away in some dusty old tomb, far removed from anyone's eyes. Does that make sense?
It does, but how does he decide who needs it and who doesn't?
Well, knowledge should be shared amongst everyone, shouldn't it?
Well, yes, but that is in itself a direct contradiction to what you just said before.
No, it's not.
I think it might be a little too early in the morning for this conversation.
But I'm wide
keeping
awake.
it. I'm not keeping it from someone. I'm removing it from a dusty old place with where it sits right now, where no one can see it, to bring it to someplace where those who need to acquire knowledge can acquire knowledge.
Yes,
you're
but
Indiana Jones.
Who
I'm
is
sorry, I don't
Indiana
understand
Jones?
who that.
Just an
I
old myth.
I don't get that reference.
Just an old story
I understood
my
that
parents
reference.
used to tell me.
Put your
Ugh.
hand out,
With
Steve.
Lord Harrison Ford and the like.
Okay, Captain America.
So, bit of breakfast and back to work then, are we?
Yep. I'm
Fine.
good with that. And he just goes, sits down, just starts eating.
I love all of my players. off camera conversation. I'm going to give you double disadvantage, sir. Not you, Eric. Steve's
What
being
did
Steve
I
off camera.
Yeah,
Steve being
I kinda
Steve,
guessed.
Of course he is.
I kind of guessed, yeah.
Listen, I just work here. I mean... Ugh.
Fair.
Well, if we've all finished eating and breaking our fast for the morning, shall we head down?
Hannah's already got her pack and like the small rock hammer out and everything. She's ready to go. All right. If there is no protestation, then down underneath the or the keep you go. I almost said temple. It's not what it is. Thanks. You got the Indiana Jones references in my head now. Underneath the keep you go. You had explored the first 4 doors.
Mm-hmm.
At the end of the hall, it splits going left or right.
Left.
She had sent Axel left.
Oh, that's right. And he had come to the gate that was locked. And then he went right for a little bit, right? Correct?
I think he just went down the left one.
Okay.
There were 4 more doors and a locked gate.
Yeah, and then he came back saying he didn't want to go past the gate because he didn't want to get separated.
I couldn't remember if the doors were before the gate or after the gate.
I know he didn't want to go past the gate, so I assumed they were before the gate.
I know in my head where they are, and they are not before the gate. They are past the gate.
Axel is horrible at directions and is probably drunk again.
Again. It's
Well,
just a constant state of lies.
there were rooms down the other side, too.
That's where I thought
So-
we saw the other rooms.
Yeah. Because I don't think he saw anything through the gate. It was just there's a gate on the left, and it's locked, and then there's rooms on the right side on the other end of the hall.
And that's what I had remembered.
That's what I have written down.
Then I have horrible memory.
Okay. So then, I asked the party again. Left.
Gate looks
Shit, might as
enticing.
well go inspect for traps before Tangaroa gets his hands on a door.
I want to touch the gate.
Okay.
As
Okay.
same as last time, Zora has detect magic up at all point.
The gate does not appear to Zora to be magical. Tanga, are you going to touch the gate?
Yeah, I'll go touch the gate.
As your hands wrap around the bars, your fingers enclose on cold, plain iron bars.
Is it bad that
That
I
are-
wanted this gate to be a mimic?
Yes.
You want everything to be a mimic?
No, just the gate.
The building's a mimic. The table's a mimic. The
I mean,
chairs are mimics. The chest is a
floor,
mimic.
the
The hearth,
ceiling.
the hearth
If-
is a mimic.
if everything
The
is mimic,
bartender's a mimic.
Our clothes are mimics now.
Your
Surprise.
weapons are a mimic.
if everything's a mimic, Satiel's grabbing that luck blade. There's about to be a level 8 fireball up in here.
Is there any like visible like lock or padlock or something?
Yes, it is a large square lock. It is on the right hand side. You can see the keyhole, and it's an old style, like big key that unlocks it. And then on the left hand side is the locking mechanism inside of the plate.
So it's not like hanging off like a padlock. It's actually
No.
part of the gate. Damn it! I really did want to go Captain America and like dunk it with my shield.
Well, I mean, you can still do that with the gate. It's just part of the gate. Give me a strength. Give me an athletics check then, there, powerhouse.
E 22. Math.
Okay, you haul back with shield and slam against the locking mechanism. All of you hear this horrible ringing of metal on metal, followed by a very audible clunk as the gate partially opens up. The sound rings out throughout the undercroft of this keep. You can hear it's just reverberating off the stone. The gate is now unlocked.
I
I
hope
got
there's
it.
nothing living here.
Yeah,
But
well,
still,
stealth
What?
is not my specialty.
What? All I
What?
hear is ringing in my ears.
It wasn't that loud, but it was loud.
Well, I'm going to go in the gate.
Your delicate elven ears. All right.
Let's say before we go in, Satya will dismiss his owl back to its demi-plane.
You're leading the way in then there, Tunga?
Yeah.
At regular intervals, giving you the indication of small rooms, you see several doors made of heavy metal sheets hammered in. And each one of them is a 6-inch wide by 3-inch wide slot that is open from the outside. There are approximately 10 rooms on each side. Each one of them just systematically giving you the idea of each one of the rooms being roughly 8 feet by 8 feet.
Just like my college dorm.
Or, a cell.
Same.
Like my college dorm.
I was gonna say she didn't miss me, did she?
I was about to say, so why'd you just say the same thing twice?
Good point.
All right. Well, better get started, I guess. So, but we can see straight through them, or are they like closed? Like actually,
Like all the
house
doors are closed, but like I said, there's a slot that you can slide open on each door.
Then we better start checking. I'll check the first one on the left.
Okay. Well, you just sliding it open?
Yeah, just peeking
Okay.
in.
You slide it open, and you can. There's the smell of like old mildewed rags and cloth and stuff in there. There is a overturned bucket in the room, and other than what appears to have been like bedding, which you think is where the smell is coming from. There's nothing in the room that you can see through the slot.
Hey, Tonga.
Yes.
The star is really good at doors and locks and stuff. Think you might want to let her try, maybe? Let everyone play to their
Well, I
strengths.
didn't try to open it, but if she would like to, then she may.
Did we
That's-
see anything in the room?
Nothing great. Pretty normal, like, room. Not much in it.
A pretty normal room?
Zoro.
Tangaro, I have to ask,
Close.
have you ever seen the inside of a jail cell?
No?
Yeah. That's pretty much what you're looking into.
Oh.
Mostly because why would you have a iron gate with lattice work in front of a series of perfectly sized rooms?
Maybe they want to be really safe.
That's it.
To be fair, it could have been somewhere where they stored stuff as well, like weapons or food, like an emergency stash, maybe.
Maybe, but not typically behind a gate like that. You'd want an actual closed door. Prevents rats, mice, little other
might-
creepy crawlies from getting in.
It might not have been food they'd been trying to keep safe. I mean, I'm aware it's a jail cell. I'm I'm gonna go look in this door. Like stands on her tiptoes to look through the latch.
All right. Which one are you doing? The next one there?
She would take a peek in the one Tongaro is at just to make sure nothing flashed, and then go to the second one on the.
Okay. So first one on the left, you look in. Nothing lights up on you. The second one, you have trouble sliding the slide open. It doesn't seem to. It moves like a little bit, but not really.
Like wiggles it around some more and like keeps trying, and then eventually like, I think this one's broke.
Want me to try for you?
That would be fantastic.
Alright, I'll give it a mighty tug.
Tiny babu and her
Athletics.
strength.
Athletics, okay.
Strength based, always athletics.
That's cocked. I shouldn't roll it there.
No, you shouldn't. I don't know what you're rolling at.
I rolled it on my keyboard. I don't know why. 21.
21. You pull, and it slams over the side. There is a sound of screeching metal as you slide it open. Yeah, it makes everybody just kind of.
I got it.
Thanks.
You sure did, buddy. Oh Jesus.
You know, Satya,
Um,
I appreciate the vote of confidence about getting into rooms, but this clearly seems to be the more effective method today.
Would you have been able to pull open the door?
Oh, I wouldn't have tried to pull open the door.
But it wasn't locked, so there was no strengths for you to play at.
That's not... Okay, if these are jail cells, and something is still here after all these years, probably don't want to mess with it anyway. And with all that noise, if it was asleep, it's not now. But, hey,
It's just
maybe they're all empty.
Yourself up to look in there.
In this one, you can see a skeleton. The arms may have once been up in the manacles that were on the wall, but now they have fallen down to the side. While there is a skeleton there, you can see that they are dressed in what may have once been armor. But like most of the pieces, you can see have horrible rends in them where rust hasn't already eaten away. There is no head, no helmet. It's just in the manacles, no head, armor on it.
Just to be safe, she's gonna like look around for like something small to like chuck at the skeleton.
Yeah, you can find a pebble or something. Easy enough.
Chucks it
Not
at to
even
make
gonna-
sure it doesn't even move.
It's a non-roll.
react.
You toss it in there and it clink. Makes that sound of like a rock hitting the remaining metal of the armor, and then it just kind of like doesn't do anything. It doesn't fall over anything. It just sits there.
Okay. This guy was. They don't have a head, so you should be good. It's still in manacles.
Well, I mean, there's a numerous amount of this undead subclass types that can operate without heads.
I really
You're
didn't want
such
that
a wonder and
information.
joy. You're such a joy to have around.
Yeah.
Okay. Next.
What's behind door number 3?
Door number 3 is also empty. There is nothing within it. As you look through, this one does open pretty easily. You can again see what appears to be an upturned tray or something along those lines, and like what would have been a food tray, again rusted, not really decomposing, but you can see the oxidation has set in on it. And again, the moldy bed mat, but nothing else. As a matter of fact, you check the fourth. See, that was door number 3. Fourth and fifth one are kind of in the same condition. There's nothing really in the rooms whatsoever of note. The sixth one has apparently what appears to be, as you slide this one, it slides open easily. And Zora, are you peering in again?
Yeah, she's peeking in each one after people do the initial open.
Okay. Peering in on this one, you can see 2 bodies. They were once wearing what appears to be like sleeping robes or robes, but now they are covered in, they're like tatters. There's very small remnants of that clothing left, and the 2 bodies are still holding each other in an embrace. One of them a little smaller than the other one.
Couples goals.
Or mother and child, maybe.
Oh, that's even worse.
I am not a nice man.
Zora's like, is this door able to be opened all the way?
Can give it a shot. Ezra will do this one.
All right. You're gonna open this one up?
Yep.
Okay. Give me an athletics check. And
21.
You brace one foot on the side, grip the handle with all your might, and you flex with the arms and then push with your foot. And as it does, you hear the sound of metal rending and popping, and then the door swings out. And it grates that iron, the hinges, as you open it up. You can see the 2 bodies in there.
Nothing glowing though, right?
No.
Okay. She gives Ezra kind of a pat on the arm, a little thank you, and just kind of walks in, pulls out a couple seeds from a pocket, and Druid crafts them into full bloom and puts them on him.
All right. Hannah is quickly, you can hear the sound of her like charcoal nib as she's writing quickly in her journal, like what you found in each room and so far. She seems like she walks into this one and looks around and she's like, "Oh, fascinating. I wonder what happened to these 2. I'm gonna study these. You guys go on ahead. If you find anything interesting, call out for me, okay?" I don't know where her accent went, but if you find anything interesting, call out for me, all right?
She's so excited she left her accent.
She left her accent upstairs.
Damp.
Hello, I am an NPC. Please tell me what you would like to do today.
We'll send Axel back to you if we find anything.
That sounds wonderful. Hi, I'm Hannah, and this is my favorite room on the keep.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, so that is the 6th door. All right. The 7th and 8th don't seem to have anything of interest. except for the 8th, you can see where the stone on the wall that meets up with number 9 seems to be cracked, like something was trying to hit it from inside 9 and break it open. It's not fully done, but you can see where it's kind of starting to flex outward, where the abutment, or not the abutments, but where the bracing points would be, or like the mortaring points would be. It's starting to bend outward. Number 9 is interesting. The door for number 9 is, as you look, it doesn't have a slot anymore. It's missing completely, so you can see right in. This room seems to have, it looks like something burrowed or busted its way in from number 10 into number 9 and was trying to make its way into number 8 before it was removed, gotten rid of, left, or whatever. The door, as you're kind of looking around, you can't really see anything else in the room. Nothing is glowing to your eyes, though, Zora.
He looks up at Axel like, could you go take a peek in there for me?
Of course, love. You have it too.
Thank you, Jer.
Darts through the little opening, and all you hear from the inside is, it's a bit of a mess on this side.
Could you elaborate?
No.
Not really. I like the common popular vernacular to tell you what's going on in this room. It's just a mess.
Speaking in Sylvan, no words in Sylvan to even describe it.
It looks like food was half chewed. The door looks like food that was half chewed.
Like melted, like acid, or like someone just, like a giant dog gnawed on?
Sure. Both. Maybe. Neither. Something did something to it, though.
Okay.
As I've said, it looks like a royal mess in here.
Just tell me come on back.
Character switch.
Who am I?
Who's the DM?
Me.
All right, I'll give you all my notes.
Okay.
You take over from here.
She'll pass on the information about it looking like a mess in there.
I wonder how that would go. Just hand you all my notes. Go.
Well, I mean, you're playing.
Well, that's going to be end of session for tonight. I got some reading to do.
Well, I mean, Cap, you're the support wizard that has a luck blades, so.
It's true. Reality becomes whatever Eric wants it to be.
I think Zora was the only one that stayed Zora in that switch.
I stayed the same.
Oh, you stay the same?
Yeah, I didn't move.
Yeah, those two didn't flip. Everybody
You
else
didn't
did.
Brady Butch around.
I just imagine that Scooby-Doo movie where everyone's souls just like swapped around to each other's bodies.
It was such a good movie.
Why am I so hungry? That's anybody who enters Ezra.
Oh, God, when did we eat last? Like 20 minutes ago, literally. Huh. You sure? You check
Yes.
your wrist sundial?
Cloudy, I can't get good reception.
It's all
Sawteel
shadows
knows,
in it.
Sawteel knows exactly what time it is.
Always. All right.
Cool time.
So, I want to give you inspiration just so I can take it away. All right, Zora. You pull Axel out of there. What are you guys doing? He tells you that the inside of the door looks all like it's half chewed or something.
She passes all that information on.
Gross.
Yeah.
Let me see.
I'm jealous. I want an ice cream sandwich now.
Well, are we trying to get in that room?
Yeah, you can open the door
Do we want to before I make...
before you make a mistake. I mean, a decision.
More of a mess?
I mean, I might just break the door in half. I don't know what will happen. Fucking chunks of things everywhere. Everybody's got a strong stomach, right?
can't be any worse than
If
the
I
last
say
dragon.
no,
I'm still opening the door.
Okay.
It'll
ahead,
just
give
be
me-
each. You'll just have to turn around. An athletic.
Athletics check, yes.
Again. 17.
You grab the handle and you pull, and part of where the handle is mounted, and
No.
like around that, it goes woof and rips off in your hand. As you look at the other side of it, you can see that it's just like hanging there barely, like the plate is on there barely. The inside of it looks as though it were just melted away.
Yuck.
And
The door just kind of comes open a little bit.
the cell beside it was broken into this one.
Yes, 10 into
Okay.
9, and you're at 9.
We could always try the other door to get in.
Salatiel just grabs the wrist.
I was gonna say it's open now.
The door on the inside looks as though like it wasn't solid metal, so there were like metal bracings but metal plates on it.
Mm-hmm.
All of the metal plates are gone, and you can see where it looks like the metal bracings have been like eaten away by acid or something.
Is any of this recent looking?
Give me an investigation check.
I'm gonna help with that.
does
Yeah.
it smell melted?
Yeah, does it smell gross?
Does it smell weird?
I was about to say because
Smell is
me,
like
me the player,
holding on
my
to the handle,
brain is going no, 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 no.
just your tongue out.
This is how we do science, right?
Oh my god, no!
According
It's Nain all over again!
Nain, according to Nain, yes, that is how you do science. We'll
That
let
is
you
a
know.
19 total.
Okay. Is that
20.
with the advantage? Or
That
are you
is
doing
19
it
total with
individually?
the advantage.
Okay. You have a 20?
20.
Okay. Because I thought you were aiding, which would have given her the advantage.
That's it. I thought I said I was gonna investigate
I'm
too.
gonna help out with that, is what I heard.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, aided. Ignore
All
me.
right. I will. For this moment. Looking at the door, you can tell that this doesn't appear to have been like recent as in last night, but it does seem to be recent within like maybe a week or a few days, because you can still see that the metal where it has been eaten away is still shiny, and it is not like rusted. All around the room you can see small piles of oxidation. You get the idea that it's like filings or something else down there. Shut up, Eric. You know too much about D&D.
I'm sorry.
So,
I'm Salatiel in real life.
this is a problem,
Okay, so,
and
maybe.
we need to go.
so me as the character,
Mhm.
because he'd be interested. Does this trigger anything in his knowledge of creatures that might have done something like this?
Give me, even though it's not, give me a nature check. Why not?
Nature check.
A nature check.
A nature check, something I'm technically not trained in.
Check. An 8.
Dude. Dude.
Is it
no,
really?
Fuck you.
Is it an
3
8?
plus 5.
Is it really an 8?
Legitimately an Yes.
Cap,
I'm
your
a
DM
dick.
powers are terrifying.
All right. Yeah, no, it doesn't really trigger anything in your head.
Okay.
It looks like maybe something exploded against it. If you were looking at it from the point of view of being Satael, who is a wizard,
Mhm.
it looks like something exploded and just kind of like ate out part of like an acid bomb or something.
Looks like this got eaten away by acid, maybe. Interesting. This is a lot of acid to hit this much of an area, though.
I mean, do you know of anything that has an acid sneeze?
Yeah,
Well,
no.
Dragons.
The problem is that it happened about a week ago?
Oh, did it really? There's something that lives here now. Interesting.
Yeah, we need
Turning
to
immediately
go.
to Satiel. Fascinating.
It's his flaw.
Say,
It is legitimately his flaw.
We need
is
to
his
go.
rank captain and his title obvious?
Maybe.
Going.
Is there more
boom.
down the way?
At
Where all
door
of the
number
doors-
10, it ends in a just a flat wall. And
So,
then
there's nowhere to go from this side of the.
that is correct.
Okay.
And as a matter of fact, if you're looking at door 10, you're not looking at door 10. There is no door 10. It is an open archway into the room where 10 would be. Or
There's
10
a hole from 10 into 9, right?
Yes, there's a hole in the wall, but there's also the door
Okay.
is like completely gone.
It's just like looking through it. All I see is Tonga. Okay. Oh,
Hello there, General Kenobi.
Fancy meeting you here.
come here often? No.
But this is our first time here.
So not yet.
Oh my god, I'm gonna die.
Inside of room number 10. Did anybody actually step into room 10?
I will.
Excellent.
I'm just looking in.
In room
Satya.
number 10, the bottom right corner. The bottom right corner. What is the bottom? The right corner on the floor. It appears as though something has dug or tunneled its way up into this area, scrabbling and clawing. You can see where the bore of this area has happened.
I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
How wide is it?
Is a Mack truck. No, not. I mean, it's like maybe 4 or 5 feet around.
Can I
No.
step in?
No.
Acid mold.
You'd have to get on your stomach and climb into it.
Okay.
It's at ground
No.
level.
Tonga. No. Come
What?
back.
Are you
Come back.
climbing
Tonga.
into the?
No. Ezra kicking down the wall. No!
I just
Just
imagine,
bust through the man going, "Oh no!"
Yeah.
No,
I just imagine me on my knees, ready to go in, and
I'm about to say
everybody
if-
just simultaneously no.
Tonga tries, Satya will reach down and grab him by the ear.
Ow!
You
Well, he
don't
can
go
finally reach.
crawling. You don't go. Shut up. You don't go crawling into strange places.
As you're being pulled away, I would like for you to give me a perception check, please.
Okay.
Did you have light cast on there? Because I mean, it's dark in here.
17.
How are you? What's your visibility? Like, how are you using? What light source do you have?
Do you have dark vision, basically?
Nope.
No.
Okay.
Hope.
But say Satya was about to do something about that, but then he had to stop Tonga from being a dumb.
Listen.
Then give me that with disadvantage.
11.
Okay. You think you hear something moving, but you're not sure. It could. There's too many people talking.
Hold on. Is there like a pebble in the room from the destruction?
Yeah. There's
Yeah.
a sizable
So-
chunk
yeah.
of rock.
Satya will pick up one about maybe the size of his palm. He'll cast light on it
Mhm.
as using his light bearer cantrip, and then just down the hole.
You see it like skitter off and down the hole, and it seems to come to rest, maybe about 15 feet.
15 feet down? Or
Yeah, 15 feet, like 15 feet out. Like the tunnel doesn't look like it's real steep. It's like that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah.
Like this is the entrance, and so it's not like down. It's just kind of at an angle. And it goes about 15 feet and stops.
It
Give me
looks
that
safe.
perception check again, please.
Somebody keep an eye on that.
19.
Okay. It's lit up for a few moments, and then it goes black or dark, or like something covering it. You know how you can see like a little bit of light out from beneath the cracks and things like that? And you definitely hear something moving, and it's moving towards you.
Shall I?
Things coming?
Okay. He'll point, and then he'll cast Firebolt down.
Roll initiative for me, please. Everyone, roll initiative.
Hooray!
We were
The
getting to
time
this
has come.
anyway.
The end is near. Time to draw the final curtain.
Do I get that? First of all, Do I get that firebolt off before the initiative roll?
Oh, my son, no.
Okay. I felt like I'd ask because you asked after I said I cast firebolt.
Same,
Alright.
Deca. Same.
I missed that. Go back and look and see.
He said he loves the song. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good one. All right, 20 or higher. No one, not a soul. Okay, 15 or higher. What'd you have?
17.
16.
Okay.
18.
18 for Satiel.
He just had to do both of us, didn't he?
17 for Zastari.
Angel Boys first.
16 for Ezra. Okay, 10 or higher. What'd you have?
14.
14 for Tanya. Okay, 5 or higher. Okay.
I'll
What
wait.
did you have?
I rolled a 1, which
Uh-huh.
would make that a 3.
Okay.
I had a 4.
A total of a 4?
Mm-hmm.
You have wine.
We're here to have a
These
good
kind-
time.
These
The
kind of
que-
rolls.
The question is, when does he not?
True.
I was gonna say I don't
At
think
work.
Mello has ever rolled over a 10 in initiative.
I seem to remember like the last few games he's always had a thing of wine just sitting there going, yes, I am mellow.
Very
Is it just
mellow.
canon that Mello always has a glass of wine now? Is that what I'm hearing?
We need to give him the alchemy jug.
And have it only
It's not even a jug, it's just a wine
Yes.
glass, though.
He like swirls it and he's like, do I detect an essence of grape?
Oh god, it's so stupid. It's absolutely mellow. Yes.
There's a hint of grapes.
it's like, do I detect a hint of grape? I do
Molly.
not like it. Fire breath.
Main inspiration for that.
I got it.
Yes.
For what?
For the funny.
Yay!
You can use it before you learn the effect of or the outcome. You can use it to roll or give yourself advantage, basically.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
All right. With that being said, you can see this creature coming up. Yes. Now your firebolt goes off. Give me a roll since you're first in the initiative order.
Okay. That's cocked.
You cock.
Listen here.
Listen here,
Yeah, basically. 12.
12. The firebolt rings off of the stone, but does not hit the creature as it continues to move.
Okay. He's going, backing up. Which he does.
Are you backing out of this room?
Not quite out of the room. He's sort of like backing out a little bit past the destroyed chunk of wall into the cell now. Enough so we can still see the hole, but not where he's like out of line of sight.
All right.
In case he
Sounds
needs to
good.
get a hold of people.
Zastari. Coming out of the tunnel, you see a large carapaced creature. On the front of its head, it has short mandibles, but more importantly, it has these two feathery antennae that come off of it. Its tail is long and ends in several more of those feathery looking things, and it has not 6 legs like a regular insect, but 4 very large armored legs.
No thanks.
Big boy
So-
worm.
So
Not
remember,
interested.
remember that point when I said, we gotta go?
Hey,
I mean,
Cap,
yeah, now.
if I can just introduce you to a thing real quick.
You got to get with the times. Mine operates by garage door opener.
I mean, I've got one in my pocket here. Hold on. Wait. Oh, there it is.
Oh, there it is. Somebody was so offended they left. All right. Okay. Zastari, what are you doing? Other than complaining.
No, that's about it. No, I'm kidding.
She's
It's
like,
a free action.
you know what it is, a free action. You still have a movement, bonus action, and action.
Yeah. During which I will not stop complaining about the whole, I told you we should fucking leave.
Bitching and moaning is a free action.
Yep.
Continue.
I
Then-
called it.
Yeah, I did. Anyway, I'm going to. Oh my god, this sounds like such a bad idea, but we're gonna do it anyway.
Hell yeah, do it.
We're gonna dash in with the Frostbrand Rapier.
Okie dokie.
Because why is the big idiot so close to the goddamn opening? Oh, right! Because he was gonna go down it.
Yeah. If you think I'm not gonna go
Unexplored
down this
holes?
hole after this
Easy
shit
territory
happens,
to
then
conquer.
something- Something's a story.
All right, so you're gonna. What'd you roll to hit?
Nat 20?
That'll definitely do it.
Wait, it's up a hole. We can hit it.
So let's see, I need 2d8. What the hell is that? I crit. Does my sneak attack apply? Yay or nay?
What subclass did you take? Assassin?
Not assassin.
No, it's not assassin. You have an ally, I guess, within 5 feet of it
I'm right the
Excellent.
fuck
because Tanga's right
Tonga's
there.
right there.
Face
Hang
to
on,
face.
I gotta fucking
Yeah.
collect dice. Give me a second.
It's like looking at Tonga with its antennae up, and Tonga's like, "Grr." Cephalopod.
I've seen
It's-
something like you at the bottom of the ocean. And
It's just a big puppy.
it is
It's a
puppy.
big puppy.
Give it good pets.
Yes,
And
yes.
No.
Make sure you
No.
go forth with all of your metal and give it hugs and pets.
Absolutely not.
I'm not wearing metal.
What are you wearing,
Clothes.
armor-wise? You're not wearing any armor?
No.
Chaps.
Just necky.
Necky. Big necky. No, I have the
Sneak
Calm
attack
down, Ezra.
dice.
Calm down,
No,
Ezra.
I have the unarmored bonus because I'm a monk.
Oh no, I was talking about ocean living boy over there.
Oh.
I'm wearing animal skin,
Are you wearing hide armor?
basically. It's a breastplate though.
Okay, so you're wearing a carapace breastplate.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, so he's fine.
My AC is not that good for a paladin.
What is your AC?
Without
16?
the shield, 15.
Okay.
With the shield, 17.
We need to get you some better armor.
I have
He's
better
working
armor
on
being
it.
made for me. We have to go back and get it though.
Yeah, it's way back in Mount Eliona.
42
Way
damage?
back-
It's back in Illinois.
Yeah, it's back in yes, it's back in Eliona, aka Illinois.
42 damage.
42 damage.
Is that all?
That's disgusting. All right, is that your turn?
It's a little.
Yeah,
Is that-
that's my turn.
Is that frost damage and all?
That's everything.
Okay.
Sneak attack, frost damage, and the rapier damage. Oh, sorry. It's not 42, it's 47. Forgot my modifier.
Oh, I'm glad you added that modifier. It screeches out and bellows as you bury the blade in between two soft points in the carapace, all the way to the hilt. As you do so, there's a sizzle and a pop, but you pull the blade out, and there's no damage to your blade whatsoever.
Oh, good.
As it screeches out in complaint, there are returned echo screeches.
Can we go?
Not one, not two, three, not
17.
4, not 5, but about 8 echo back in return.
Can we go?
I think even if we go, it knows where we are at this point.
Then go faster?
Just grabbing Hannah underneath an arm and just running.
Tuck her under there like a bag of potatoes.
Yes, that's right. Just scoop her up, put her on your shoulder as you run.
That's it.
Okay, that's your turn. All right, next up then we have Ezra.
Where are the screeches coming from? Like, can we pinpoint? Are they echoing? Oh, they're coming from the hole?
Mm-hmm.
Could I? Could I break a piece of the wall and put it over the hole?
Yes.
What do you want me to roll for that?
Athletics.
As they said in the movie Carrie, plug it up, plug it up, plug it up.
I'm gonna roll terribly. I'm gonna like break my own hand. Oh no, that's fine. That's a 22.
Okay. You easily find a large portion. Originally, you were going to take it from the top and realize that might make the wall topple down on you. You grab a piece from the bottom and then slide it over quickly, putting it in front of the hole. Now the muffled screw from the coming from inside there.
Perfect. Now we
Okay.
go.
All right, so you're leaving now.
Yeah,
Perfect.
I'll go to where Hannah is and I'll be like, time to go.
Tonga.
Fuck. Okay. Since I'm still right in front of it.
Well, you're in front of the slab that Ezra put there.
Just like place it. Like went over top.
He's
of
looking
you
in the
place
hole and just went
stone
over
down.
the top of his head.
You plug, like, you even put the one we were fighting down there.
No, the one you're fighting is just crushed underneath the stone.
Oh, okay.
Oh, sorry for the splashback if that's there.
Okay, are we going? Is that what we're doing?
Now
I'm
we
gonna
have
put
to
that
be
under
running.
the category should.
Now we have to be going.
Should.
Thank you.
Okay. So what are you doing? Are you running? Are you
Mhm.
fighting?
So,
I need your decision. Okay, tell me what you're doing.
I'm not gonna hide, but I will, like, back slowly.
Okay, so backing slowly.
holding my shield up towards the threat.
Okay.
That's it.
All right. There is a against the stone, and it starts to give a little bit, but it stays in place. Outside, you hear the sound of what appears to be like crumpling metal, like taking a tin can and crushing it in your hands. And as you look over your shoulder, you can see that the door opposite of number 10, what will be number 11, there was a door there. It is no longer standing. It is completely gone through. Another two of these creatures are starting to push their way through this area into the hallway where you guys are standing. Some of you are standing. And moving quickly at 40 feet, just across the hallway. Who is out in the hall?
I've been out of there. I would have been out of there. Oh yeah.
Okay.
I'm in the doorway.
Big Sam.
Sawteel's in cell 9 right now, I believe.
Okay. I know that Ezra, are you in there with them, or are you in the hallway?
He'd probably still be in the hallway. He just moved a little bit towards where Hannah still is,
Mm-hmm.
so that if anything makes an approach to her, he'd be able to help.
All right. So with that in mind, then we've got Ezra, Zora, and Mello that are in the hallway. Is that correct?
Mm.
All right. They pour out of the door, and run over to you. You can barely make out in that room another one of those open holes that seems to be where they've burrowed through. The first one is going to come up and try to bite you, Mr. Ezra. You are quick and easily move around both of those attacks as they are well below your AC. You watch as the mandible snap in its flat face. It tries to snap at you again.
Ew, gross.
You can see the antennas are trying to fetch out for anything that you're wearing. Do you have any metal on you? None? Not even like
Just
a
like
necklace?
coin.
A charm? They specifically look for ferrous metal, so they wouldn't go after gold.
His bracelet. No, he doesn't have the bracelet anymore. The bracelet never really existed. No, the only thing he has is like the two of like other material. Would be like two beads.
Mello, the first one that attacked you, the first one that attacked you, rolled a nat 20 on its attack.
Mm.
The other one rolled a total of an 8. Okay.
Okay.
You're like, what's
How
going on
close
with
is he to me?
Oh, you're inside the room and he is not.
I'm in the doorway.
He's
Like,
still not close enough to you to
Christ.
do what you want to do. However, it's only 5 points of piercing damage as he chomps on your leg. As you're aware of these little creatures scurrying out of the holes, you now are like, the first one bites you and you kind of move away from the second one. Are you wearing any metal? Weapons included.
Yeah, weapons. Weapons.
Hey. The antennae are fetching about, but they don't seem to have really caught on to anything just yet. Okay. Zora, do you have any metal on you?
She has a dagger and a sickle.
Okay. I need a dexterity saving throw from you, please.
Dirty 20.
Okay. You watch as the antenna tries to reach out for your sickle, and you quickly dodge out of the way of it. However, that leaves you open slightly for the other one. A 17 to hit you.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, and the other one bites you though. You're gonna take 6 points of damage.
Okay. Hellish Rebuke.
Okay. You need a dexterity saving throw from me.
Yes, please.
What is my DC?
DC 15.
Okay, that's a 14, so that'll hit him.
Uh, 22 points of fire damage.
Okay.
It was 6
All-
points of damage.
6 points of damage. That is correct. All right, that is all of them. One of them is trapped behind the rock. The other 6 are in the hallway with you all. That brings me up to Mellow.
Yeah, Are they just next to each other in the hallway at this point?
They're kind of like you're here, and they're kind of like one on kind of one's angle and one on the other angle. They're not all. I mean, some of them are together enough if you were going to do an AOE.
Yeah, that's the idea anyway.
What were you thinking of doing?
Old favorite, Thunderwave.
You could catch 3 of them,
All right, cool.
and not your allies.
That's kind of what I was hoping you'd say. All right.
I mean, the closest one to you would probably be Zora, since Ezra was just coming out of the door.
All right, then.
Catch the 2 that are on you and one of hers.
Okay. Sounds good to me.
Okay.
I'm going to cast it at 3rd level.
Okay, you need con saves from me. And what is my DC?
15.
All right, that's an 18, a 15 exactly, a 14. So 2 saves and 1 fail.
All right. Well then, that's what, 48 now? Good. To do it at 3rd level, right? 2d8.
Yes. Plus 1d8 per level. No.
No, so that would be 3d8.
3d8 to start with. Look at your start damage.
That's the start damage is 2d8.
So it would be 1d8 per level. So you were right. 4d8. No,
4d8.
3d8. Sorry.
See,
okay,
that's what I was confused about.
Hold on a second.
Hang on a second. It says 48 when I click cast.
That is correct, because it is a first level spell, which is 2d8. Second level would be another, and a third would be 4d8.
Okay, so 48.
My brain.
See, this is why we have
this. It's a second level spell. No, it's not. It's a first level spell.
Yeah. All right. We have. I have some of the crappiest rolls here. So,
no.
That is what? 8 damage
total.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah, that's my reaction too.
Ouch.
Well, one of the ones that is on you, Zora, is blasted away from you. It
There's
hits
that
the
at
wall. It hits the wall, but it doesn't seem to do the meaty crunch that we were hoping for. As it kind of like stands up, waves its antenna. All right. After Mello is Zora herself.
Okay. Going to target the one that got thrown against the wall. Try
Okay.
and give it the meaty crunch it needs. 2 Eldritch Blasts.
Okay. You're doing a ranged attack, and while you're in melee, don't forget you have disadvantage on those rolls.
Well, dang it. Can I modify to one of the ones up in our business?
I mean, it would still be a ranged attack in melee, so
Okay. Then
target doesn't matter.
change.
It's the fact that you're in melee.
This is probably going to be stupid then. Instead, I will do
Love it.
Primal Savagery.
Okay.
And she is going to go ham on one of the ones closest.
Nom Nom, the one that you did Hellish Rebuke on, is the one you're biting.
At least she, heated it up first. 22.
22 to hit hits. Mm-hmm.
That'll be 12 points of poison damage.
Okay. 12 points. Awesome. Okay. It's still, I mean, it looks like you can see bits of the carapace have broken and coming apart on it. So you can see that you've done some damage to it, significant.
Okay.
All right. Back up to the top of the round. Satael.
Okay. How close is Ezra to me right now?
Probably pretty close because I think you were in 9. Ezra is in the door frame. No, that's Tonga that's in the door frame. Ezra is in the hallway. I would say probably about maybe 15 feet. You have to go out of 9 and into the hallway.
Okay, yeah, he'll go out of 9
Mm-hmm.
towards Ezra. He'll slap a hand on the back of Ezra's on Ezra's back, and he'll just say, "Just breathe on them." And at 3rd level, he will cast Dragon's Breath on Ezra and make the element fire. So now, Ezra, as an action, you can use a 15-foot cone Dragon's Breath that will do 4d6 fire damage at a DC 16 dexterity save.
Well,
Feels a little awkward, but okay.
And
You've got a mouthful of fireball.
yeah, basically.
My tongue feels hot. No, I'm kidding.
It's like feminine.
It's feminine.
And he will back up some
Outside of cone distance.
outside of cone distance. And
That's a
as
smart choice.
he'll draw his scimitar, flip it, and its bonus action activate his blade song just in case.
Okay. After Satael is Sestari.
Okay. What's close to me?
Enemy wise,
Mm-hmm.
15 feet out the door, or no, 10 feet out the door. Because it's 8 foot cell, you were in the back corner. So you're looking at 10 feet, another 5 feet to get to one. And it would be one of the ones that's on Ezra. Because it's like Ezra, Mello, Zora.
Damn, I wish it was Zoro.
Okay. Oh god. Better go save Zora.
Go save Zora.
I'm fine.
Yeah.
She's got the choppy
save
jaws.
me.
Gonna go save Zora.
As she's chewing off the antenna.
You walk in and she's
Accurates it up.
Oh, we're back to that, are we?
Does it?
Yeah, no, we're gonna go save Zora. Because
You will have to get past like a few others to get to Zora.
I'm
Would getting
good.
past them put me in the middle of like all of them? Is that what's?
No.
No. Okay.
So imagine almost a straight line of Ezra, like you're coming out of the door, and then you've got Ezra right there.
Mhm.
Then you've got Mello standing behind Ezra, and then Zora, and they have each one on. If you're looking at their square, they would be on the diagonals.
Okay.
And you got
The
thick
rust
fucking
monsters would
fish in
be.
the door.
Yeah, you're not a problem though. You can move through
Yeah.
the fish.
Don't worry. You are not a problem. As long as your legs are spread just a little bit apart, you are not a problem.
He walks around with his ankles together. Just
Are we still doing phrasing?
his combat stance is like full on
ankles
runway
together.
walk. Just
Jesus Christ.
I was thinking more like you vault over my shoulders, but yeah.
I'm not that acrobatic. I would have to use the glaive, and that is way too much work. Okay, well, what we're gonna do is dash forward, slide underneath Tangaroa.
tap him in the sack as you
Um,
go. Bonus action, tap him in the sack as you go.
no.
I'm not hard. Everything's sucked in.
My God.
Haven't you ever seen The Shape of Water and how
Oh,
she just
no, stop. The
stop,
DM is dead right now.
please.
The DM is dead. That's
TOS,
enough.
good God.
Just...
Free action to give him a good game sport slap on the way by.
No!
God.
She doesn't even want to touch him. Anyway, moving on. Sliding underneath him because that's the only way she's gonna get through this fucking doorway.
Please, let's get away from this conversation as much as possible. Sliding underneath.
And then going to shift around and just rapier right through the top of the one that is closest to me, which would be the one that's in front of Ezra.
That would be correct.
Ezra or Zora?
Ezra.
Ezra is right by the door. Zora is the last person closer to like where door 9 would be.
That is a 14 to hit.
That hits.
Oh, thank God. And I get sneak attack because Ezra.
Ezra's just anyway, like, I don't know what's going on.
With the feeling like you ate something really spicy.
Yeah, he's like,
10, 15, 18, 26.
Okay. It's still there.
Got another 5 feet. Is there another one that's close to me?
Yeah, there's another one right at Zora. Or not Zora, at Ezra.
Mello? Or
No, there's another one
Ezra?
right on Ezra. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
There's 2 of them on each of them.
Help me, I have a crumple zone.
You'll be fine.
Save his pecs.
That models Crumple save his pecs.
Look what you started,
Look,
Cap.
his airbags are already inflated.
Right, please.
disable they deflate if he gets hit too hard.
Oh my God. Cap, insightful fighting.
A bird and they just poof up when he's startled.
He learned it from Archibald. Insightful fighting, yes.
Do I have to have taken an attack action against the creature I want to use it against? Yes or no? Because it's not clear.
Let me read that again then. Insightful fighting.
Like, it's sort of clear, but it's ambiguous enough that I have questions. So it's like, want to be sure.
Yeah, let me pull that up real quick. it wouldn't count in this particular manner because you've used your sneak attack. It doesn't give you an extra use of sneak attack. It just gives it to you in case the conditions were so you didn't have it.
Right,
So let's
okay.
say you against a creature, you can use it to get yourself sneak attack.
This is worded horribly. But yes, okay. We're good. Then I'm done, because I have nothing else.
Okay. Then up next is our friend Ezra.
Tail just said to breathe on them, so okay.
Are you going to try to reposition yourself?
Yes.
So you can just okay. So the way that it works, it goes 5 feet from is the first row, and then
Okay.
10 feet, and then 15 feet. Since it's a 15-foot cone, it would be the length of it is the width of it at the end.
Okay.
So with that in mind, you can catch the one to your right, then the one that's kind of in front of Mellow, and then the one that's at the wall.
Okay.
So you can catch 3 of them and not hit an ally.
That works for me. So what was it? 46?
4d6, yes.
Mm-hmm. And I need to make a what save?
A dexterity save, DC 16.
Okay.
And may you roll better than I did.
I was gonna say, Maddie, I'm gonna use the dice that like me quite a bit. We'll see what happens.
Oh,
Fail.
yay.
Fail. And a nat 20.
I have to give a
No.
dex save? Okay. You've positioned in such a way that I don't have to. Excellent.
I am being benevolent. All right. You had 2 failures and it's 1 success out of the 3 of them. How'd
20.
you do? 20 total? Not
Yes,
bad at
the
all.
success takes half damage.
Yep.
I feel like it's this weird, like, Ezra's just, like, nervous about it. He's, like, and, like, this soft breath, and then until it gets going, he's just like, ugh.
That's new.
It is something that you, while the spell is active, instinctively understand how to use.
Oh, okay, perfect.
Yeah.
Just
Okay.
It's like,
I know we're in the midst of combat, but I need to get up and stretch my legs. So why don't we take a short break? We'll come back in about 10 minutes or so, and we'll continue the fight where we picked up. Next up after you is going to be Ezra. Tangaroa. So when we come back, it'll be Tanga's turn. Let's take a quick break. My legs are killing me, so I'm going to stand up and stretch. A huge thanks to D&D Beyond. Please go out and retweet the link. Let people know that we're out here, that we're still going on, and that we will be going on for about another hour. Thank you all so much. We will see you all in just a few minutes.
You are ruthless. Yeah, you don't give a damn about what I do. You think you're the coolest. Who would ever wanna be like you? You left my heart in pain. Yeah, you don't have to admit it now. You want me to stay, but I can barely use it now. You left my heart in pain. You want me to stay, yeah, but I can barely use it now. You left my heart in pain. You live a high life, limousines through your fantasies. Never knew it, but you were my lifeline. You got me drowning in the sea. You left my heart in pain. Yeah, you don't have to admit it now. You want me to stay, but I can barely use it now. You left my heart in pain. You want me to stay, yeah, but I can barely use it now. You left my heart in pain.
The seasons come and go like thoughts of you. Like a wave returns to the sea into the blue. They change but in a cycle that I can't lose. Each painful but delightful to live through. You came into my life just like another season. Not for long, just a time, just like another season. Maybe this time next year you'll reappear for no reason. But I'll cherish every day until you come my way this season. Season. Just like another season. Not for long, just a time. Just like another season. Maybe this time next year you'll reappear for no reason. But I'll cherish every day until you come my way this season. Changing all over again. Yeah, we will keep on changing, just like another season.
All right. Sorry for the abruptness. We are back, and we are going to finish this fight. And that's what we're going to do. So next up, as they fight off against rust monsters. For those of you who have never come across those. They eat non-magical metal.
Yep.
Ferrous metals, not precious metals. So silver, copper, gold, iron, and steel. Yeah. All right. With that, we said that when we came back from our little break there, Tonga, it is your turn.
Okay. Are there any more still on Mellow, or have they?
No, they're still alive, all of them.
Okay, well then, I'll go to the ones that were attacking Mellow, and I'll attack one of them first with the spear.
Okay. As you move past them, there are two that are still on Ezra. You will get attacks of opportunity against you as you move past.
Oh, what the heck? I didn't think Ezra was closer to me. Then I'll attack the ones on Ezra then.
Ezra, Mello, Zora. You have to go around the ones
Well,
there.
then I will just attack the ones that are on
Ezra.
Ezra. One of them first. That is a 22 to hit. No,
That will hit him.
23 to hit. Whatever.
That will still hit them.
Okay.
Being higher doesn't suddenly negate the fact that it hits.
That'd be weird.
That is 9 piercing.
Okay.
The spear. And then I'll do it with the club. You're not making this easy. A 26 to hit.
Oh, yeah, that hits.
Okay.
Same one?
Yeah, I'll do the same one, and I'm doing it with the club. So.
Okay.
6 bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
And that is my turn.
All right. After Ezra Tenga is the monsters themselves. One of them is going to reach out with his antennae and touch your spear. I need a dexterity saving throw from you.
Okay, the spear's doesn't have a metal point, it's stone.
Okay, well then he's gonna bite you instead.
Oh jeez.
14 misses. The other one's gonna try to attack Ezra, misses with a 9. Mellow. And then you still have 2 on you, buddy. That's gonna be a 16. And the other one is also a 16. Both of those hit, right?
Yep.
The first one does 9 points of piercing. The other one does 4. Zora. One of them rights itself and marches back over to where you're at. Misses you with an 8. And the second one misses you with a 5. You were dodging nimbly around these things. All right. After their turn, it is going to be your turn.
You cut out.
Your turn, Mello.
Well, I'm gonna just sniff the air a little and take my newfangled stabbing dagger that's been silvered and go for the one closest to me. Wrong dice.
So that sounds like a D4 that just hit the table.
That sounds like a baby.
Good ear.
Is it weird that I know what they sound like?
A little. That is 17. No, 27. The other 7. 27.
Yes, that hits.
Okay, now I roll the d4.
Yes.
Hey.
What do you have to hit as a plus?
8.
Oh, okay. That explains it.
Yeah, that will do 11 damage.
Okay. All right, then. Is that your turn, sir?
Oh, let me double check
inspiration to anyone?
bonus actions. Yeah, I'm thinking inspiration to, let's say, Zistari. I'll sing you a couple of notes.
Literally just discordant 3 different notes. It's like an A sharp, and then a G, and then like a low F.
It's really just him screaming in terror.
Does anyone ever watch Brooklyn Nine-Nine?
Yep.
It's Jake Peralta strong.
Jake Peralta, yep. All right.
Okay. With that being said, Zora, it's your turn.
Still are both in melee range, right?
Yes, they are.
Nom nom nom. 16 to hit.
That hits. You want the one that's slightly singed, or the other one that looks like it's been more damaged?
She'll go after the one that looks more damaged.
Okay.
With 11 poison damage.
11 poison damage, and it seems to have hit an effective spot as you watch it kind of fall to the ground and its legs splay out, the antenna droop and fall down. It is no longer alive.
Very disturbing, like anglerfish teeth and like thumbs up. I got one.
All right.
Does it still sound like your voice when you do that with the anglerfish teeth?
It might be a little bit more lispy because like they're giant anglerfish teeth.
All right.
That's an interesting thought. Okay.
A little eldritch horror there for you. Enjoy.
Wasn't there a Mortal Kombat character that had the teeth like that?
Melina,
think so.
She's my bae.
Melina.
Yeah,
There
Melina.
you go.
She's my favorite.
That game. I'm too old for that game.
Let her bite
Alright.
me with those teeth any day.
Stop it, Zora. After your turn, Satiel.
Let's see. He's not in threat range of anything. So he's gonna find the... Is there another one on Zora?
There is.
He's gonna firebolt it.
Okay.
Scroll up, scroll up, scroll up, scroll up, scroll up. 26.
Okay. That does hit.
That is the wrong dice.
Blacken the carapace on the creature.
Not just me.
14 fire damage.
All right. You send the bolt arcing out at it, striking the carapace and causing it to look blackened and scorched. You said 14?
Yes.
Excellent. Still alive. Is that your turn?
Double checking the spell. Does anyone look badly injured?
I don't know. Anybody look badly injured?
I mean,
Your pride doesn't count. No? Okay. Then I assume no one does. Half health?
You're at half?
He's a
That
soft boy.
the answer is then yes, you are badly injured.
Good grief. Yeah, he'll just look at Mello and just, oh, good. Hold on.
I
Bonus
swear I'm not
action.
normally this ugly.
Bonus action. I can fix it. You get 5 HP back. Bonus action, cast healing word.
All right.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay. After that, then it comes back around to Zastari. They're still up. They're in front of Ezra. One looks as though it's badly damaged. The carapace is cracked in many places.
And the other one? Not so much.
Not so much.
Okay. Well, I might as well take care of the one that's in front of us right now.
Good idea.
For a total of 22 to hit.
That hits.
$16 damage total.
Ooh. And this is the one that is barely injured?
No, this is the one that's really
And
injured. Get rid of it.
With that, yeah, it is. It falls prone. Its legs splayed or curled up underneath it. It is dead. I realize the shells on those things kind of look like cicada, don't they? Like the carapace on the back?
A little bit.
A little bit, yeah.
A little cicada-like. Sorry.
You're just screaming.
Yeah. All right. Is that your turn?
Yep.
Ezra! One of them is dead in front of you, and the other one may soon be.
Not so dead.
He's getting punched.
Hopefully he's getting punched more than once.
Yes. Quite a bit, actually, if I plan this correctly. Okay. Punch time.
Punch time!
Probably gonna miss with that. 14.
Hit.
Oh. Never mind. The frig is that? 6. Sorry.
6 damage. Okay.
6 damage. That's a 17 on the dice.
Hit.
Another 6. Keep rolling 2s. And then I'm going to use a key point to hit him a couple more times.
Pap, pap. Okay.
Pap, pap. 16.
Hit.
5.
Nickel and diamond it.
It's a 15.
Hit.
Don't be a bad. No, I'm not going to use you. What is that? I can't read these dice with a slate. Oh, that's an 8. There we go.
Total of an 8.
Total of an 8.
That is just enough. And that one is now dead as well. Punched in its face so many times that it's just this Icarus mess on your fist. All right. Those 2 are now dead. You have 4 left. There are 2 on Mellow and 2. Oh, no. Oh, that's right, because I didn't take it off. You have 3 left. Sorry. It's like I've been writing dead on the ones that are dead, and I did not do that. You have 3 left. 1 that is still on Mellow, 2 that are on Mellow, and 1 that is on Zora. So 2 on Mellow, 1 on Zora. With that being said, though, Tanga, it is your turn.
Okay.
We gotta go take care of your chicken baby daddy.
Yes, of course. I can't lose that child support payment. All right. So
Of nothing?
1 corn per day.
1 kernel per day.
I'll attack the one that I was previously attacking.
Okay.
14 to hit.
Hit.
Okay. Ugh. Crap damage. 6 piercing damage.
All right. You hit it again?
Yeah, again with the club.
Okay.
A 19 to hit.
That will hit.
8.
Okay. As you bring the spear in, you wedge part of it back and you bring the club down. The jagged pieces of bone in there just slam into the soft part. It screams out and then falls prone dead.
Nice.
Nice. All right. There are 2 left. Nah, they're stupid. Nat 20 against you, Mello.
I use protection.
So he rolls with disadvantage.
Yes.
That's going to be a 14.
Still hits.
Okay.
Dodges the crit though.
Yep.
Yeah.
For 9 points of damage, though. No.
Okay.
Yeah, 9 points of damage. And then Zora. Man, Zora, they just cannot hit you. You are too nimble. That's a 10 as you're just like dancing around over there.
I'm just very small.
Yeah, they keep biting right over your head and you're just ducking. All right, after those 2, it is Mello's turn. You now have 1 on you, Mello.
All right, I'm getting tired of this crap. Let's do some fire damage. 18.
That will hit him.
All
What are you
right.
using? Produce flame.
Flame.
Nice.
And that is 14.
Oh, okay. That is the least damaged one so far. It's like all he's taken was your thunder wave you did earlier. All right. Is that your turn, sir?
Yes.
All right, Zora.
It's the one on me and
1
2 on Mellow or 1 on Mellow?
Just 1 on Mellow. 1 on each of you now. And the party's closing around and falling in on him.
Nom nom. In for a nickel. 18.
Hit.
10 points of acid.
Ooh, still alive.
Free action to flip it off.
That you certainly can. It doesn't understand the gesture at all, but yeah. All right. Sateo.
He is going to firebolt that one again on Zora. Not sure a 12 will hit, though.
No.
Okay.
A 12 does miss, unfortunately. Okay. After you, Zastari, you can see that there are 2 left.
How badly do they look?
Both of them look pretty bad off right now. Well, no, I'll take that back. One of them looks like it's hanging on by a leg, literally. The other one can still take some hits.
Okay. Which one looks like it's hanging on by a leg? Is that the one in front of Mello that's in my way to get to Zora?
Nope.
Other way around?
Yep.
Okay.
Dump a
Big are
ton of
these things?
just. What's that?
How
They're
big are these
medium
things?
size.
Medium size?
Medium size. So they're not huge.
Okay. Alright, so here's what I want to do. And you can tell me whether or not I can do it or not. I still have that roll to attack with my stilettos. Which of course I am still wearing.
Mm-hmm.
I am going to put myself between the 2 rust creatures. Stab one with the rapier, which would be the one in front of Mello. And basically take care of the other one with the stiletto. If I have the space to do
You're
so.
gonna back kick it?
Yep!
There's enough room for you to do so.
Excellent.
Sounds like a great time to use that inspiration.
Right? Alright, so first with the rapier.
Okay.
That is a 15 on the die plus 8.
That hits.
Yeah. And it's 5 feet from Mello, yes?
It is.
Okay, that one's going to take 6 and 6 is 12 and 5 is 17.
17 damage to the one in front of Mello.
Yep.
Okay.
And then 7 plus 8 for 15. Because my 14 hit. So that's with the stiletto. And then where's my caltrop? That is 6 damage total.
6 total.
Yeah. Also,
All right.
I said 17, and that's not right. It's 21.
Okay. To hit, that still hits.
Yeah. No, it's a 21 damage, not 17.
Oh, 21
it's 21
damage.
damage, because I keep forgetting to add my dexterity modifier.
So I need to add 4 more. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. You
And then it's
successfully
6 with the stiletto.
Okay. You stab forward, and as you do, you lean blade and then kick your foot out. The blade and the stiletto popping into the side of it. You push all the way in past the carapace, finding a weak spot. As you draw it out, there's a small spurt of ichor, but the creature falls down dead, overwhelmed by the damage that you've done to it. All right. One last one left. Ezra.
Punching time again? Hell yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Right on over.
Punching time.
I want to like punch down into the shell and just break it and stab him with his own shell.
Just take a piece of the shell off and just jab him with it.
Oh, by the way, V, that dragon breath spell,
It's still there, is it?
it lasts for a whole minute.
Oh.
You can use it every round for a minute if you want to.
How's this boy looking, I guess?
It-
Is he looking sad?
Pretty rough, yeah. Like,
I mean, you could just blow him over.
You're right.
I will say this though, keep in mind that with everybody gathered around this thing,
Yeah, that's
you
true.
will have to make an ally make a saving.
Yeah, no, I'm not doing that. No, I'm punching.
I mean, I like fire.
14.
Hit.
Ezra's even if you are legitimately on fire, he's not gonna hit fire. I'm very sorry. 6? Sorry, 6 damage.
Okay. So guess what? You punched his lights out, literally. As you go to take a piece of the carapace off, you realize you grab the front one and just pull, and it's like somebody stripping a head off of a crawfish.
Ah,
Delicious.
There's a bit of you going, okay. That's gross.
Ezra's looking at Zora. Did they taste okay? Should we cook it?
And no.
Okay. Well,
It probably
head over
wouldn't
the
be
shoulder.
best.
Please don't eat the rust monsters. That's
Like,
just,
Not before
I mean-
cooking it.
I mean,
At least-
these things
No.
naturally have a property within them that they break down ferrous metals.
yep, from their antenna.
So it'll go great with tomatoes, is what you're saying.
No.
I mean, their hides do it too.
Okay, just toss the head over his shoulder. Let me go.
Part of the rule is if you hit them with a non-magical weapon, it immediately starts rusting.
Yikes.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, it takes a permanent -1,
Yeah.
which is why I was asking what weapons people were using.
Yeah, Satiel just pauses. He goes over to the one that looks the most whole.
Mm-hmm.
After this, he just starts sketching it.
Okay, he's just drawing it.
Well, yeah, and then he's going to go over to the one that's got its head ripped off and starts drawing part of its anatomy, too, over that. And he goes with the next one and starts doing that.
Okay,
It's his flaw.
boy needs a hobby. I'm just
So,
saying.
Zora.
Hmm?
Do we want to explain this then? And she does. She puts her hand up in front of hers and makes the miming teeth gesture.
What's with all the?
They were too close to hit with magic.
I hope that was magic.
Teeth are normal and not whatever that was.
I thought they were kind of cool.
What's wrong with your teeth?
What are we talking about?
Don't worry about it. Keep sketching.
I'm already done.
It's fine.
No, I mean, like, it's a really cool ability. How did you do it?
I don't know if I just can.
It's just something I have the ability to do.
Ezra approves of the teeth.
Are you a halfling? Is that what it?
No, she's human.
She's human. Okay, sorry.
She's
Just
short, but she's human.
I didn't realize that being able to just turn your jaw into other animals was a human trait.
Not. Kind of gets this irritated look. It's not a human trait or an anything trait. It's just Satiel knows books. You know how to use knives and stuff, and
We've seen.
I learned it
Not safe to
somewhat.
assume that that's just magic.
What are we talking about? As he was momentarily distracted by realizing he accidentally did draw Mello next to this rust monster because he was posing next to it.
He's down there going.
Basically,
Rust monster.
it's Satiel like pauses, like, oh, puts it away.
Okay. You know what? Don't worry about it. It's fine.
Are we talking about the semi-permeable transformation of the Feywild that goes on with her mouth?
Is that what we're calling it? Because that sounds
Like,
a lot
looks
more
over.
convoluted than just making this gesture.
I mean, he's probably a little right.
Okay. Works
I
for
mean,
me.
traditionally, it's a spell that is prescribed towards those of the more druidic sect that use it to transform a portion of their bodies into reminiscent of creatures or animals that are imbued with the Feywilds in order to strike with the properties of acidic damage in order to protect themselves.
As you're saying this from behind all of you, you hear a, "What in the hell are those?"
Rust monsters!
You remember how I said, if you come across anything, let me know.
We're letting you know now.
We found rust monsters!
They didn't find you.
Okay, to be fair, I
To be
did
fair,
say we gotta go, and Tangaroa's first instinct was, let's jump in the fucking hole!
If I can interject real quick.
I just wanted to look.
before those two go off again, because please don't. You did hire us to protect you. We did a good enough job that you never knew they were there.
That's fair. I'm not complaining.
But hey,
So you
rest
want to come
monsters.
check them out? This one doesn't have a head.
I wouldn't advise getting anywhere near them with any ferrous metals.
Or your nose.
They'll eat anything that is ferrous metal.
Well, at least we know what you found in the rest of the rooms.
Actually, technically just those two, because those are the ones that had the burrowing holes in them. And he points to 10 and 1.
Burrowing holes. Well, it'd be 10
And 11, I
Say
think you
11?
said.
and 11. Yeah. Or number 10 on the left and number 10 on the right.
Okay, fair
There
enough.
you go.
I'm sorry, Hannah. Were you still looking for something?
I was... No, but if there's burrowing holes, is that all of them that you found?
Well, there
Want to go in
were
one? Because I do.
approximately
No.
8 return screeches once the one that we initially angered or attracted died. We're counting one. He counts the bodies. There might be one left. As he counts.
7. Well, 7. And then the
Counts 7
trap one
bodies.
is 8.
Okay, and you said there was 8 return cries to the initial screen, so there's one. So he's like, okay, so there's one left somewhere that hasn't come out.
Well, are you going to wait on it, or are you going to do something about the situation?
Well, these things are subterranean burrowing creatures, so unless we can go underground after it in a hole that's approximately 4 feet in diameter in either direction, which would put us at disadvantage in combat with creatures such as this, it's either we wait on it here or we leave.
Can I breathe into one of the holes still? Imagine
Yes.
if I have
Spell
that
is
breath,
still
can
in
I just-
effect.
as
Yes, you
just like
can.
walking past Satael and just
Into the other room where the other ones came out of?
patting his shoulder, and then yes, he will. Well, yeah. Do a little,
Okay.
do a little breath.
Roll all that damage.
I'll hold your ankles.
I put the dice back because I'm an idiot.
He couldn't get in the hole because of his horns.
Oh.
Gotta do it, yeah.
My head is a lot bigger when you include the horns. Just saying.
He can't get in the hole. The horns won't work. Now it's stuck. It's
I don't
like a
even
couch
s-
in a
I put a-
stairwell.
Yeah, I.
Pivot.
No, you turn. No.
I can't do a U-turn.
Pivot. I love that. I actually. I always. I think Ezra would just get stuck anyway. So
He's too swole.
that was a very
Use the
good
luck
roll.
blade to cast grease.
Grease up the Oni.
Freeze up the Oni and shove him in a hole. Out of context. D&D.
Basically.
Freeze up the Oni and shove him in a hole. All right.
We're still
We're done
doing
with
phrasing.
Yeah, I guess.
Can I math real quick? 10, 22.
Okay.
That's an almost max damage roll.
2 5s, 2 6s. I found the dice that like me even more.
Mhm.
Nice.
You hear some screeching from several, and you also hear some popping.
Who's hungry?
Sizzle me this.
You want to do it again?
You know what? Sure.
You've
Can
got
I?
a minute. You have a minute.
Go ahead and give me damage again.
See, now this one's shitty. 15.
Okay. There's a few more screeches, but then they fall silent, and the whole tunnel seems really quiet.
Are you having fun in there?
Leave it. Thumbs up.
Do you like the spell?
Quite fun, actually, yes.
I'll be sure to keep it in my repertoire then.
I can just picture like leaning over a slightly tall wall and just breathing, spreading it. That'd be
Yeah, he's
fun.
got one hand up on the edge of the hole. He's got his head down there. into the hole.
Congo's
All right.
sitting back and enjoying the view.
somebody get Tango a glass of water. All right. Do you want to check the rest of these rooms here? You have 9 left to check. All the ones on the right side, basically.
Might as well.
Okay.
That's why we're here, right?
Yep. Number
Very
9.
thorough.
Number 9 on the right side looks pretty much untouched. It looks like they did not try to burrow through on this side. Number 8 doesn't have anything in it. Neither does number 7. Neither does number 6. Number 5, 4, all of those boring. And then you get to number 2. 3 is nothing in it. 2 and 1. As you look into them, the remains of several what would have been soldiers. You can see that they're wearing armor, much like you saw the other guy that's been rent and torn, stabbed. And they are stacked in these 2 rooms, about 6 on top of each other. 6 in one and 6 in the other, so 12 soldiers.
Hmm. Any of them look like they have any particular like sign of rank or insignia on them?
Yes. One of the ones on top in the second room. Room number 2.
Mm-hmm.
He's not on top, but he's like towards the top.
Yeah.
You can see the remnants of what appears to be like some sort of like etching on his armor that none of the others have in that stack.
Okay. Is there any other kind of identifying marking on him other than just that etching?
Not really.
There a tattoo that says "Mom."
There's no skin on them.
On
They're
the
all
bone.
skeletons. On the bone. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. My body just shuddered.
Ugh.
that needle hitting your bone would vibrate and resonate through your entire body. Could you imagine what that would feel like?
Not good.
I don't want to.
I mean, I am now, but I didn't want to before. Thanks for that.
You're welcome.
That's okay. I got
Nothing.
my teeth tattooed. It's fine.
Nothing pinged for detect magic.
I mean, Steve, you say that, but that's something I actually do at work. I'm not even kidding.
None of the
Hmm.
things in the second room glow with magic.
I've actually recently put a 4-leaf clover onto a tube.
People need hobbies. Nothing in any of the other rooms or room number 1.
Nothing that seems to glow in either number 2 nor number 1. Who is looking in the room? Is it you again, Zora?
Yeah, she's any room they come to, she's at least given a once over, and the one with the body stack, she's probably like given this long side. Like, why?
Give me.
Why
a
are they
perception
stacking bodies?
check.
Okay.
And what's your passive as well?
Passive perception is a 16.
Okay.
And rolled a 19.
All right. So there's no skin left on these guys. It's all bone. But you can see lying beneath them. Have you ever seen a feather that's been like bedraggled in wet and mud and stuff, and how it has that look to it? You see several of these. None of them are black. They are all various shades of brown and white. But they are, you see about 40 or 50 of the feathers. It looks like they're not left there like intentionally. It looks like they were pulled or plucked or shedded or whatever.
Who knew?
Molted, I guess.
Otherwise uncomfortable.
Yeah, she's gonna point it out and go kind of gently try to remove a couple.
Okay. You were actually able to open the doors up easily enough on the, and as you pull, you can see that there are a few of them that are close enough to the front entrance. Looking at one of them, they are big. They are big-sized feathers.
This is uncomfortable.
What is
The size of these.
size of? Do those feathers look familiar to my keen mind?
Like size wise, yeah.
Okay. That looks like similar size of feather to one of the Avianas.
Maybe they have, I don't know, brothers, other groups of them that. Yeah.
I mean, after that, they like keeping skeletons in their closet.
There's a pause from behind you here. Actually, it looks like that's where they stack the dead.
See?
Do any of the skeletons look like Avianas?
No, they do not. Most appear human with, you can see, long, delicate bones of what would be elves and a few sturdier femurs and things that look like maybe dwarven.
Hmm.
But majority are human.
Interesting. Might be that group that Abelis mentioned. Or part of them.
Birds typically don't lose this many feathers naturally unless they're fighting or molting.
Hmm.
Hannah is taking notes, looking at other feathers and jotting down like size and everything, colorations and things like that. So Zora, Satael, and Hannah are like closest in the room. Who is standing on like the outside closer to where the big gate is that you guys came through? Okay. Give me a perception check, please.
Um, 14.
Okay. The slight rustle of something moving away from like the corner, like you know how it came around, coming from the corner, draws your attention. And as quickly it was there, it seems to be gone.
Okay. I'm gonna go check it out, because that
Okay.
seems like a good idea.
I encourage this. All right. So you're going to go check it out?
Yep.
Okay. And you are just walking nonchalantly around the corner?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. As you get around the edge, something large moves around the outside to like away from you around the other corner.
Large like Avianis large, or large like something else?
Large. Not large in like category size large, like medium category size, but bigger than the Oni. Or as big as the Oni, like including the horns. It was not black in color though.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna stealth this time.
Okay.
And go after it.
Don't forget your advantage for the cloak.
Has she attuned to it?
I was about to say, did you?
I have, that is a 19 total.
Okay. You move stealthily around the corner in the dark, your eyes adjusting to it in gradients of and shades of grays and whites. You can see a large figure. It's now leaning against the curved roof, or it's leaning against the wall, the curved roof, all just barely above its head. In its hand, you can see what appears to be a great weapon, a blade on either side. It's standing there with a head up, and its hand up and its head down. And you can watch as its shoulders kind of rise and fall as though it's breathing, but it is looking away from you, not towards you. As you carefully study the figure down at the end, though it's only maybe like 15, maybe 20 feet from you, You can see that where you and I would hang wearing boots or shoes or bare feet, you can see that this ends in 3 large claws or talons on the front and 1 on the back, spurs.
Archibald!
Not quite.
Is there a
He evolved
is
like a
he-
Pokemon.
Is he like at the entrance where we would have to go to get out?
No. He
Okay.
went, you know how I told you it goes right and left and then it ends at the gate and the other one ends?
Yeah.
He's like, the way it works is they went like this.
Gotcha. Okay.
They went like this so it went main tunnel that you guys came in, branch, then they turned and went down a little
Gotcha.
bit.
Okay.
He went around that corner.
Are you now just standing at the end of the hall?
He's not just standing at the end of the hall, he's a little bit down the tunnel. And you're standing at the edge, just kind of like peering around the corner at him.
Okay.
So you're not like fully exposed. He doesn't seem to have noticed you though. After a moment, he kind of stands up to his height, and you can watch one shoulder seems to hang a little bit lower. Not the shoulder carrying the weapon, but the other one. It seems to be hanging like a little bit lower, and you watch as he walks with an uneven gait away from you, quietly moving again, like he was trained to move as silently as you were. But his size is so large that it's impossible. He seems to move almost outside of the range of your vision. As you watch, he seems to duck and turn into an opening to the right. Duck and turn into an opening to the right.
Going down the hallway. I need to figure out what the hell this thing is.
It's another stealth check.
For a total of 26.
Okay. You continue to track it down. As you watch, it turned into the opening. You get to the opening where it turned, and you can see a set of stone steps that descend into darkness, curving around and away from you, as though they're moving down into a cylinder. You don't know how far down they go, but you don't see the creature either.
Feet-wise, how far away am I from the party?
I was in the back of the group, so did I notice she disappeared?
Not unless your passive perception beats her stealth.
What was your stealth?
The first one was a 17.
No.
But you didn't stealth for the initial go away. You walked off initially, and then
Yeah, you did
stealthed
walk
after
off
the corner.
nonchalantly.
Yeah.
So you did see her leave.
And then I just...
Hang
How
on,
long
hang
has
on.
she been gone?
Hang on a second. 10, 40, 50. No, further than that, because he was almost out of the edge of your vision, which is 60 feet, if I'm not mistaken. So you're about 110 feet.
Oh,
from the
good.
party.
I'm gonna cast Message because that's the only cantrip I have because of the elf species I took. And I'm gonna cast Message. And the only thing Tangaroa hears in his mind, in Zastari's voice, is there is more here than the rust monsters, and we may have a problem. You can reply to this message.
I respond. What kind of problem? Can you elaborate a little bit?
She'll cast it again. Not really. It hasn't seen me. I'm going to track it. If I am not back within the next 15 minutes, something has gone wrong. You're going to head, and then she just keeps casting this spell to give him the directions, and she literally just tells him exactly the route she's taking up to
It's not
the
hard to
stairs
do.
down. Like, it's not hard, but just to give the actual directions. Like, she's not dipping in anywhere, it's just down the hall. And then she's going to stealth down the stairs after this thing.
Okay, give me a stealth check again.
Well, first I'll just respond to her and say I'll lag behind, but I'll inform the others. If
19.
it wouldn't soon enough.
Okay. You descend the flight of stairs, and it doesn't go down very far. You think probably like one level, and it opens up into what appears to be like an antechamber room. The door to the antechamber is gone. You can see, though, that there may have been like a wooden door. You can still see the hinges hanging in there. As you step out, you can see that it only goes one direction from here, and it goes to your right. It goes further than your dark vision can see. And as you peek out around the corner to kind of get the idea of what's there, a face looms right in front of you. What you're looking at are large, round eyes, feathers that are drawn up almost like eyebrows, and a beak that hooks over a lower, smaller beak in the front. The eyes are not like Bill's, where kind of set on the side. These are set directly in the front. It looks a lot like the owl that you've seen Satael use, but as though it were much, much larger. I'd like for you to give me an acrobatics check, please.
Oh no.
What'd you roll?
I rolled a 1.
Oh,
You try to dodge out of the way, and he reaches forward and grabs you by the front of your shirt and lifts you off your feet. He pulls you in. You can smell his breath is a bit rancid. Little mouse.
Not a
And you can
mouse.
see, as he opens his mouth up, you see the rounded tongue of like an owl's tongue looking at you. You'll make a fine pellet. And he pushes you back to the ground, and he starts to walk, dragging you, but like forcing you, so you're like being scraped across the ground as you go.
Well, now
As he
that's
starts
just
to
not
move.
very nice. She is just going to grab a hold of feathers and start pulling.
Okay.
She is going to grab onto feathers and just start yanking them out. She's not being nice about it. She is trying to get him to let her go.
All right.
Also, Steve, that's gross.
That's a 26 to hit you. He just takes his hand. He doesn't do anything. The one you're pulling on, he just lifts you up and slams you back onto the ground.
Stop it.
Did have I gotten to her yet? Because I said I would lag behind, as in I'm going to go.
That's not what lag behind means.
That's not what lag behind means.
Well, lag behind means like I'm quite a bit distance behind her, but I'm still going down there.
Was that your intention the whole time?
Yeah.
Because lag behind means if the party goes, you would wait behind them. All right.
Lag behind.
Here's the thing. Okay. No, then you haven't gotten to her yet.
Okay.
You take 6 points of damage
Okay.
as he just lifts you and goes boom onto the ground with you quick. Stop that.
No! And
He takes the bladed weapon, that big, like it's like a pole arm size, but he's got these two big blades, and he carefully puts the blade up against your chin and goes, yes.
now, we can talk about this. This is...
Oh, now you want to parlay.
To be fair, you grabbed me and then threatened to eat me.
Oh, Yes.
I honestly just wanted to know why you were here. I had no intentions of attacking you.
Okay.
Like, can we? And then she just like tries to.
I mean,
push
he's got to
us,
hold.
Yeah.
He's got to hold like the front of your jerkin, like your leather armor. He's got his
She's just trying to like,
hands
get
in
the
there,
weapon
so
away
like
from her.
you can feel the. She's like, she's like, you swallow it. It's like you can tell you are very familiar with blades and how sharp they are, and how sharp ones are deadly. But worse would be those that are notched and blunted, and this one is notched and a little blunted. He kind of like picks you up and like stands you on your feet. He doesn't let go. So he's got his strong arms on you. And he is like, I mean, how tall is she? Like 5'7" or 5'8"?
She's
No, with a stiletto, she's 6 foot tall, isn't she?
hang on. Description.
I think she's like 5'10".
She is 5'10" with the stilettos on.
All right. He still stands a good like foot and a few more inches over her. So he's like towering over her. And he's a broad shouldered. You can see, like, you can't really see the coloration of him in the darkness, but you can tell that he's got like mottled black, or not mottled, like mottled brown and white. You know, you get that idea that gradients of that different variations of gray there.
Right.
But he stands you up, and he goes and pulls you in close. And why are you here?
Well, my companions are upstairs, and we're exploring this place for historical reasons. Can we move the weapon away from my face, please?
He pulls it down. You a liar.
Do I look like a liar?
You look like an elf.
So do I look like a liar?
I've killed elves before.
I would really prefer if we didn't resort to killing.
Their ears are tasty.
Yeah, let's not with my ears. We are here for historical reasons only.
Am I down there yet?
And
I was about to say, if Tonga's going, Ezra's going with. Feel kind of foolish to go alone.
Has Tonga told anybody? Like, just Tonga just.
I thought Tuna
That's-
said that
What
they
I
were gonna.
said was
Uh-huh.
what I told to the story is that I'll lag behind. I'm gonna tell the party I'll be down there shortly. It's exactly what I said.
which
Okay.
contradicts what she told you, but sure.
No, that's what she's.
No, she
Then
said,
yes.
if I'm not back in 15 minutes, come after
Oh.
me.
15 minutes is a long time for something to go wrong very fast. He doesn't trust that.
Satiel in the background. It hasn't been 15 minutes yet.
To be fair, none of you knew the instructions that Sari gave him, so.
Yeah, true. Let's say as we go, though, Satiel is going to grab the weapon from the pack, and he's putting it on.
Okay. So then everybody's going down after, right?
Nah.
Okay. Then yes. Fine. As you descend the stairs, you come out. What is your light source? You who does not have dark vision.
I think
My
we all
hand.
do now.
What?
I'm
No, except for Tonga.
I'm holding
mind.
it. Nah, I glow.
Okay.
Only a little bit. But I
All
also
right.
have a torch, so I can use that.
Okay, great. So you light a torch.
Yeah.
You're watching as he's questioning you. You can see a light source that starts to come down the staircase. He turns and pulls you like this and takes the point of the blade and puts it against your belly.
Now that's just unnecessary.
And as the rest of you descend the staircase, you can see a gigantic owl. A big barn owl with tufts up here and tufts like over his eyes, give him a scowling look. He's got Zastari wrapped up in a gigantic, beefy arm that you would assume is beefy. It's covered in feathers, so it might just be fluffy. He's got this double-bladed weapon that he's holding up to her.
Mm-hmm.
You attack me and I'll kill her.
I immediately hold
Hello.
say, whoa. We're not here for that. What's the issue?
There wasn't one.
Then
Sounds
why are
like
you
we've
being
got
so
ourselves a
harsh?
standoff.
No. We're not. There's no violence here. I'm here to calmly talk this out. Can we take our friend back, please, and we will leave?
You talk. If I'm satisfied, I'll give you back your friend. But that's a palaver that we'll save her for next.
Okay.
All right. I want to give a huge shout out to everyone playing along with me tonight. That includes our very own Zastari, who is being played by Maddie, who is our host and co-DM. She is DMing on Thursday nights. Curse of Strahd, which they will be wrapping up soon and then taking a short break, a hiatus before coming back with Baldur's Gate Descent into Avernus. We have been joined by Zora, who is played by Sarah. Sarah is a longtime gamer. So on Tuesday nights, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
Where she plays in the Esper Genesis game that is going on for a little bit longer now. I think he said March was when he was looking to wrap.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And we've also been joined by Ezra, who's being played by Quentin V. Nice to see you. You will be hosting the new Monster of the Week campaign on Wednesday nights, starting this Wednesday. Make sure to tune in. There's a lot of familiar faces from the channel. And we've also been joined by the wonderful Satael, who's being played by Eric. Eric has started DMing for us on Sundays over at Lucky Dice Cafe, where we run Adventurers League.
Yep.
He is also playing in Esper Genesis. And anything else
Uh,
on our channels?
No.
Okay. We are also.
I had to mentally think through like 6 games I'm in, and if any of them are on the channel.
We have also been joined by Tangaroa, played by Molly. And you are going to be in the Monster of the Week campaign as well, aren't you? And
Yes.
you're also in Thursday night's Curse of Strahd game.
Yes.
All right. And then last but not least, joining us a little bit late as he had to rush home from work, is our very own Mello, being played by Steve. Steve, do you have anything else on our channel right now?
Not at the moment.
Excellent. Well, we'll have to change that eventually. I am your DM for the evening, and every Monday I am here. My name is Heath, and you can find me out there on the web at DireBearAC on Twitter, on DireBearGM right here on Twitch. You can also catch me on Wednesday nights playing Obscurum, which is a City of Mist game, over at twitch.tv/wearenerdsmith. It has been my absolute joy. If you are looking for a professionally run game, please contact us. You can join our Discord, reach out to me there, or via Twitter, or here on Twitch, and we will be happy to set up a game for you from one of our very talented DMs. So reach out, because that's what we do. We run professionally games. Anyways, it has been an absolute joy until tomorrow night when we are live with Esper Genesis, or next Monday. We'll see you then. Take care of yourselves. Come back soon. Bye now.